Good morning everyone. I am Dr. Suman Ahuja, Assistant Professor Kaya Chikitsa, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science. Today's lecture's topic is emphysema. As shown in this figure, this is the dilatation of the alveoli and it is filled with the secretions. So emphysema is permanent enlargement and deterioration of the air spaces distal to the terminal bronchioles as compared to bronchiectasis, in which there is permanent dilatation of the bronchioles, but in emphysema there is permanent dilatation of the air spaces distal to the terminal bronchioles. And in emphysema there is destruction of pulmonary capillaries also. Weakening of distal airways, primarily the respiratory bronchioles, takes place, and there is also bronchospasm, that is if there is bronchitis then there is bronchospasm also, and air gets trapped in the alveoli, so hyperinflation of the alveoli also takes place. Etiology, if we see the occurring factors, causative factors, that is cigarette smoking. Person who smoke, they are prone to have emphysema. Genetic predisposition, that is alpha-1 protease inhibitor. If the person is having alpha-1 protease inhibitor, they are prone to have emphysema. Occupational exposure to chemical irritants, exposure to atmospheric pollutants. Pathophysiology, structural changes which takes place in emphysema is hyperinflation of alveoli, destruction of the alveolar and alveolar capillary walls, small airway narrow, lung elasticity gets decreased. If this is a figure, alveoli with emphysema, there is a dilatation of the alveolar spaces, intermittent walls are also destructed, and in normal alveoli, alveolar walls are intact. Now mechanism of the structural change, obstruction of small bronchioles takes place and destruction of the alveolar tissue caused by proteolytic enzyme. So as a result, elastin and collagen are destroyed. So elastin and collagen as support structures for the alveoli, they get destroyed and lungs appear as a paper bag. In end result, alveoli loses its elastic recoil, then it descends and eventually and finally blow out. Smaller airways collapse and narrow. Air trapping takes place, that leads to hyperinflation and decreased surface area for the ventilation. Clinical manifestation, in early stages there is a shortness of breath, that is dyspnea, non-productive cough is primarily dry, diaphragm gets flattened due to the air trapped in the lungs, so AP diameter increases, so chest takes place the barrel shape. Chest appears in the form of barrel. Hypoxemia may occur. Due to hypoxemia, there is increased respiratory rate and respiratory alkalosis takes place. Expiratory phase gets prolonged. In later stages, there is hypercapnia, increased CO2 concentration in the blood. Patients breathe with pursed lipped, so it is called as pursed lip breathing. Patient uses accessory muscles to breathe, and patient appears underweight because there is no appetite and increased breathing workload. So because of this, air is in between the chest and the thoracic cavity, lung sounds gets diminished. If we see the pulmonary function, residual volume increases, that's why there is air trapping. Lung capacity increases because increased air is in the lungs, and decreased forced expiratory volume at 1 second. When patient is asked to blow out the air strongly, so forced, that volume is decreased in first second as compared to normal capacity. Water capacity may be normal in arterial gases, normal in moderate cases, and may develop respiratory alkalosis. Later, hypercapnia and respiratory acidosis also takes place. If we see the chest radiograph, whatever the findings will be: translucent dark lung fields due to air trapped in the lungs, depressed or flattened diaphragm due to air trapping, long and narrow heart due to indrawing due to the lengthening of the heart because of the flattened or indrawing of the diaphragms. Enlarge heart, increase a retrosternal air space. If we see the lateral radiograph of the chest, then there is increased retrosternal air space. This is the chest x-ray of the emphysematous patient. You can see that heart appears long and narrow as a result of being drawn downward by the descending diaphragm, and diaphragm is descending because of the air, large volume of air trapped in the lungs. Chest assessment findings are: if chest is examined, there is hyperresonant percussion. Note, when the percussion is done, hyperresonant sound will come. There is wheezing, whistling sound due to airway narrowing, diminished breath sounds and diminished heart sounds, decreased tactile and vocal parameters. If patient is asked to say 1 2 1 2 or 3 4 or ram ram, any kind of 2 words regularly, and if the chest is auscultated or if it is palpated, then the decreased sounds will come. Then it is called as decreased tactile and decreased vocal parameters. Crackles or rhonchi: if there is bronchitis, if there is inflammation is there, it means there is discharge, then crackles or rhonchi will be a finding during chest assessment. This is the diagram of the percussion. So alveoli, in alveoli there is increased air. If we percuss it from the outside, the hyperresonant sounds will come. This is due to the air trapping. If you see the breath sounds, if you assess the breath sounds, because of the enlargement of the alveoli, due to enlargement of the alveoli, there is hyperinflation in obstructive lung disease. Breath sounds progressively diminish. Management: in the management of emphysema, there should be ventilation should be improved, and the secretions should be improved, and the steps should be taken to prevent complication. Progression of silent symptoms should be slowed down, and patient should be promoted to for the participation in the treatment. Now, if there is a respiratory tract infection, that right respiratory tract infection should be treated. Spirometry should be taken for the vital capacity, and the force and the peak expiratory force reserve should be taken. Nutrition support should be done as patient is losing weight due to increased respiratory workload. Fluid intake should be 3 liters per day, and oxygen inhalation as needed. It is indicated as per the requirement. As we see anti-inflammatory drugs, then the corticosteroids should be given to slow down the to treat the inflammation of the bronchial walls. Bronchodilators: if there is airway spasm, the bronchodilator should be given. Beta adrenergic agonist salbutamol, methylxanthine, theophylline. Mucolytic, which thins the mucus, that is bromoxin, and expectorants, guaifenesin. Antihistamines, anti-allergic drugs, it should be non-drying. Then patient should be taught to stop smoking and conservation of energy. Breathing exercise should be advised: pursed lip breathing and diaphragm breathing. Chest physiotherapy should be done, that is percussion, vibration and postural drainage. Self-managed medications are inhalers and oxygen equipments. So this is the treatment of the emphysema. So thank you very much.